guys, welcome back to our Elden Ring walkthrough, episode number 7. If you are just tuning in, we are going to be doing a platinum walkthrough. Let me just move some of this stuff out of the way here so I can have a little more space. There we go. Alright, so we are beside the Rampart Goal, down here at the bottom of Leonine, and we're getting ready to do a boss fight. Let's just take a look at our equipment. We're using the Lordshorn Straight Sword +5. We also have the Morning Star +2. We have a dagger with golden bow on it, and our claw mark seal. We have some blood grease ready, and our flask has the strength knot and the spike crack tier. We're using the warrior jar shard. And I guess I can also put this on as well. It's time for our rematch. If you're following along, you can get your summons out as well for this fight. Alright, so I'm going to switch over to dagger, two-hand that, and then use the golden bow, and then switch back to our sword here, and we're going to drink our flask, apply some blood grease, and then go in and beat up on a guy here, the Misbegotton. As you can see, our damage is quite a bit better now. Little delay there. Heal up. Alright, Leonine Misbegotton down. And that should give us another achievement for beating our first of our main bosses. And for doing that, we got a new weapon. Let's take a look. The Grafted Blade Greatsword has quite a hefty strength requirement. It has an Ash of War called Oath of Vengeance, which is really good. It temporarily boosts all your attributes and also increases your poise while it's active. We're going to need, I think, 30 strength in order to actually even utilize that, but let's go ahead and rest. Should get enough to level up here, so I'm going to just go ahead and let's take our strength up a couple points, so we should now be level 21 and have 18 strength. And then we need about 400 more to level up, so let's see if we have any items here. Let's just use one of these. I think that should be close. Nope, a little shy still. We need like just a smidgen. Let's use a golden rune 1. Alright, let's level up again. Let's take our strength up one more time. Almost at 20. So that gets us level 22. There's our stats. Alright, like I said, you can't teleport out of this area, you can teleport out of this area, but you cannot get back to the guy that you need to talk to. So we're going to go to the Castle Mourne lift here. Alright, we're going to go back up the elevator. Send it back down just in case. And this time we're going to go to the left because it is a little bit faster. If you kind of just head straight for this bonfire, you can oftentimes avoid the dog if you're sneaking. Good to go. My phone started calling me at the moment that I was going to backstab, so kind of messed that up a little bit. Let's just ignore that call. Alright, we're going to go ahead and we're going to switch to our sling and get hit anyways. Cap up just a little bit. Alright. Range is a little shy. Shield out. Those guys do hit a little hard, so be a little careful. I did not go that way last time, I don't think. So let's make sure. There's still an item over there. I want to make sure we got all the items for you guys. Get our flame sling back out. A little sneak in. Let's get this last item that's over here. Smithing stone 2 times 2, so that should get us, we're at 5 now. Mop off your health. Some phantom runes there that just come in for no reason. Oh, it's because we're close and there's fighting going on there, so because we're close, that's happening. So this is where our other grace was at that like I said, we couldn't come back from. And up on top up there, there is where we're heading. So there's nothing over here. You could drop down from here if you want it. Again, you can kind of just let these guys just sort of duke it out a little bit if you want. The longer you take, the less of these guys are over here. There's normally like a couple more fighting a guy over here that appear to have already died, but you might find like 3 more over here. Alright, and this is Arena's father that we've been given. There's a butterfly there. Let's just talk to him. Edgar, the warden of the castle. Yeah, your castle's not looking too great there, bro. He gives you a sacrificial twig. We're going to give him the letter. He tells you that he can't leave until the castle is safe. So I think you can talk to him again. Yep, now he'll tell you that he can leave. Alright, so now he's going to head back to Arena. So what we want to do now is just we're going to teleport. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll teleport back up to the Bridge of Sacrifice. And he should be over here crying over his daughter. Because unfortunately, he took too long to get back to her, and she has been murdered. So you can see there's a weapon there. We're going to talk to him. Fault lies with me. You chose duty over safety. Alright, so he venges revenge. Unfortunately for him, we're not going to let him do that. Now you can, this is totally optional, you can just go somewhere else and he'll disappear. Now the reason we're going to do that is because this quest is kind of irritating and sometimes it doesn't happen. You can look up his quest line, but basically there's an invasion that happens. Sometimes that invasion triggers, sometimes it doesn't. It's kind of a pain to get to work properly, so I found that we just take care of old Daddy-O right here. It's a little easier. He hits a little hard, so be careful. No healing for you, Edgar. Alright, so Edgar, if you kill him here, he drops a +8 halberd, which is pretty good. It's better than what we currently have as far as damage. If you wanted to use something like that. And now Arena's gonna just stay dead here. She's dead. Unfortunately. You know, I feel like Edgar needs to be punished for abandoning his daughter for his post. There is a full quest line for that. Maybe I'll do that in the next playthrough. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rest here, see if we can't reset the world state. Sometimes this works, sometimes you actually have to quit and come back in. Alright, so there's an item now on the ground over here. So this is what we really want, which is a Shibiri grape. This is going to be important for a quest later on, so keep that in mind. If you don't do this quest line here, then there's an invasion that happens, and it's kind of like it's up in this area. I'll try to show you guys on the map when we get up there, that you can get that grape instead. Alright, so we killed the boss here. Alright, let's start taking care of some bosses now. We're stronger than we were before, right? So let's take care of some lower level bosses. Alright, so there's a couple things down here that you can get. Let's start here at Castle Mourne, Rampart. Actually, before we do that, let's see. Let's go to the round table hold. And let's go talk to the blacksmith. And let's see if we can't level our weapon up a little bit more. Alright, so we need one more smithing stone 2 still. See if I can remember where another smithing stone 2 was at. I made some notes on this. I believe. Let's see. Smithing 2. Alright, so there's an isolated merchant check. So I have not been there yet. So let's do that first. Alright, so that's going to be. Here's the church you start at. It's going to be like over here somewhere. Kind of in that area. So let's start at this church. I'm gonna head down this way. We need arrows. These birds are here. There's a giant you can kill for 1,000 runes if you need some monies. Let's just look at our damage now that we are. Oh, I missed. There's some more money. Okay. And again, we're just going to go down in here. On our horse here. Turtle. Head to the south here. There's a few enemies that are going to try to get angry with us. We're just going to go right around them. Right over here, there is a merchant. Sure those enemies de-aggro. And he should have... Oh, he's got smithing stone 1s, so that's not what we need. We need 2s. He also sells the fire arrows and the club, which is a pretty decent starting weapon, and the broadsword. Alright, so I'm also going to buy this. Do I want to buy this short bow? The damage is much better on the long bow. I don't think so. Alright, where was that? Isolated one merchant, Castle Mourne Rampart. Or 400. One in the Trolls, one in the High Road Cave by the Saints Bridge. Alright, so we need one more from that. There's one in the Dragon Communion as well. Okay, so that's the one that I was thinking of. So there's Dragon Communion, that's this coastal cave, so let's go there. Do our first cave. I think that'll be fun. Alright, so we've got a little cave here, we can go down. And... or the guy that we met. Now we're going to rest. Get our health back. I actually think I might go ahead and level up as well. 395, so we need 400. So you might remember that guy was the one that we saw hiding in the bush. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and take my strength to 20. And that should be good. Alright, now we're going to light our lantern. proceed into this lovely place. And there should be a couple. That's the one we want. With the big club. Take care of all those guys. Pick up the cave moss, glass shards. If you walked around, this is the path that you would have came down instead of dropping off. There's a couple more guys over here. As you can see, we're one-shotting these guys, so shouldn't be too bad. And then again, this leads you back up to the top where we dropped off right here. Alright, and then we got this item here, which is a land octopus ovary. That's a crafting material. And here you can actually summon someone to assist you if you want. And this is Old Knight Istvan. So I'll summon him just so you can kind of see what Old Knight Istvan looks like. It's an NPC summon. He's got a cool sword. Alright, now there are 2 bosses in here. We're going to sneak around this way. There's one of them. So he got the crit. There's the other boss that just showed up. Okay, Old Knight Istvan down. Gives us the tailoring tools and the sewing needle. Lets you take the capes off on weapons and such like that. And then Old Knight Istvan's going to go away because the bosses are dead. There's still some more enemies in here though, so be careful. Silver fireflies there. And just like the other demi-humans, they're afraid of us here. Alright, now you're gonna see there's this thing that would take you back to the beginning of the dungeon. We're not gonna hit this. We want to continue onward. For a little secret. Smoldering butterfly and some more cave moss, and then more of these demi-humans. Keep going out. And we found ourselves across the water that we normally would drown if we did. And so you can see we're on this island here, right? So we've got this that we can go explore now. There are some like crabs down on the beach here. But we're gonna head up to the ruins up here. And I believe there is a smithing stone up here. And a grace. Make sure you touch that. don't remember. I just have a note that there was a smithing stone up here. But where, I don't remember. Alright, we got the Dragon Communion. So Dragon Communion, you can examine the altar and learn some dragon spells. So if you want to cast some faith-based spells, there's a couple good ones here. You've got Dragon Fire, you've got Dragon Claw, and Dragon Maw. These require dragon hearts, so you have to kill dragons to get dragon hearts. We have yet to kill any dragons, but you can come back here whenever you get some. Alright, let's see if I can remember where this item was at. Some mushrooms. Just scale this to the top here. And I think at the top of this, maybe, yep, there's an item. Salted flesh. I had a note that it was up here. Maybe down there. Alright, so there's a somber one. And then maybe I'm crazy? There's the smithing too. Okay, so that should be the one that we needed. I don't think there's anything else on this little island here. Alright, so what I'm now going to do is I'm going to warp back to this coastal cave because I just want to see if Bach is still there and if he has any new dialogue. So we're going to give him the sewing needle. Nope. Gotta get up and suck it up there, buddy. Alright, I think if you rest, he leaves. Okay, so that progresses his quest some more. So now that we've done this cave, let's mark it. And then let's go ahead and let's go back to the round table. We should now be able to upgrade our weapon one more time. Got a little bit of damage. Alright, so +6. Now we need smithing stone 3, so that should be as far as we can take it until we beat the first main boss. Which we will be doing in a short time. But for now, we're going to end it here, and thanks for tuning in, guys. We will see you next episode.